Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack show. Cowboy Jack, he wears a cowboy hat. He likes to count and talk about everything he knows. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack show.
Howdy cowboys and cowgirls, I'm Cowboy Jack and today I'm really excited. Do you see what's right behind me? That's right, that's a real-life caboose we're going to get to take a look around here at the Rosenberg Railroad Museum in Rosenberg, Texas. Now, they've restored this back to its former glory, and we're going to get to go in there and look all around and learn everything there is to learn about it. But there's also a G-gauge railroad display out front, and that's a model train that's like really big, one of the biggest model trains available. So let's get in here and take a look around this caboose, guys. Wow. I just love that really bright red color. That is so cool. Come on up the steps. Wow. Could you imagine? They used to stand here and look out on all the train cars and see what was going on with their train. Being in the caboose was a big, important job. All right, well, let's go on inside and check it out. Wow, this is really cool. So the caboose wasn't a real luxurious place, it was a working car, right? So they had an oil stove for cooking their food and getting themselves some hot meals while they're on the road. There was a sleeping cot, that way they could catch a little nap when they needed to. And there was actually this right here. It kind of looks like a big pipe, doesn't it? This is actually a water tank. They would store water in this. And then of course you've got your creature comforts like your cold water here to wash your hands and wash up, brush your teeth if you needed to. I don't know how many days you might be out on the tracks, but to be more than a couple. This is the conductor's desk. He could sit here, and there was a lot of things that they had to do to keep the train up and running, like scheduling and planning out their route, all those things. He could do it right from this desk here and taking a look out on the prairie or wherever they'd be looking out on. So this would be the bathroom right there. And then all of this is the cupola of the train right here. Kind of a little lookout tower. We can actually climb on up there and take a look. Wow. Now, you guys, take a look up here. Don't stay down there, come on up. Now see, from all the way up here, you could actually take a look around real high up in the air to see what was going on down the tracks, to the front or to the back. This is important. You need to know if there was something blocking the tracks, or maybe there was a rock slide up ahead, something like that, that you needed to be aware of so you could make emergency adjustments to your travel. And of course you could open these windows up and take a look out. It was really cool, but this is a big important spot on this train. Now, of course, the conductors had a lot of gear and their own personal effects, like their clothes. They might be traveling for a long way, across country even, especially after Manifest Destiny. So you'd have these storage lockers here where they could put their, all of their clothes and things like that. And of course, they had just a sitting bench here. And then back before the invention of refrigerators and freezers, they had what we called an ice box. So what they would do is they would actually buy a block of ice and put it down in there, and it was insulated as best as they could with the technology available at the time, and they would keep food in there and keep it fresh for a long time. Wow. And then the other side. Oh look, we made it to the train switching station. There it is right there, Tower 17, right on the tracks in Rosenberg, Texas. All right, guys, well, that was really fun getting to tour an actual caboose. But you know what? Well, let's go check out that G-gauge model train. It's really cool, really loud, a lot of sights and sounds to take in, and it looks exactly like the city of Rosenberg does. Come on, let's go check it out. All right, cowboys and cowgirls, here we are at the G-gauge Railroad. This is an actual replica of this town of Rosenberg. So you'll see a lot of buildings that you might recognize if you came down here. So this train is a lot bigger than most model trains. See how big it is? I mean, it is no small train. It's really large and you can see a ton of detail on it. Look at that, and there's the caboose car, just like the real caboose that we just walked through. Wow, there's like downtown square. I see a gas station right there, and there's a filling assistant right there. It used to be in the olden days, whenever you went to get gas, there would be a filling station attendant that would actually pump your gas for you. Uh-oh, there's a couple of firefighters up on top of that roof. I hope everything's okay. Oh, well, that's actually the fire department. That's where they stay at, so that's okay. Wow, they even have real water running through here. That is so cool. And an old school train trestle across the river. I bet that's the Brazos River, because that's right where we are. Wow, now we were out here looking at this real train go by, and there's that caboose we were just in. That's so cool, because the Railroad Museum here in Rosenberg is actually right on the tracks. Wow, and it looks like all those are like rocker metal cars. They're holding a bunch of stuff down in those big, like, it's like a big bucket, and they're taking it on down the track to be melted or used in some other process. All right, let's watch this model train move all around the town of Rosenberg. Here it comes down the tracks. Wow, see, this G gauge is a lot bigger than those others we've seen. And those cars have so much detail to them. But there's even more to see inside the little town. Wow. See, that right there is the Southern Pacific lines. Look at that. Right next to you, that's the Rosenberg train station. If that looks familiar, it's because it's the same building we're actually at today. And then this right over here is the actual switching station. This helps all the trains switch which track they're going down and everything. And it was right over there by the big caboose that we saw. Wow, these buildings just have so much cool detail to them. This place is called Another Time, and maybe we'll talk about that another time. Oh, right over here, that's the community bank. That's a big important place. Save all your extra dollars and pennies and put them in that place. By the time you get older, you'll have a lot of them. fire department building. There's that gas station. All right, cowboys and cowgirls. Wow, what an adventure we've had here at the Rosenberg Railroad Museum. We got to look all around that real caboose, and then we checked out this G-gauge model train, all right here in the garden. What a cool display, and I absolutely loved hearing it roar down the tracks. So I hope you had a good time with me, because I know I had a blast. But until next time I see you,